Hey there, my name's Georgina. I'm the Honest Vocal Coach. I teach singing all day every day when I'm not making videos like this one. If you want to work with me, you can. I have online singing courses and a course on how to become successful on YouTube. Links below. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. So it's that time. It is Girl Band / Boy Band Thursday. And we have come to the end of the One Direction series. Oh no, I hear you say. So we are going to do a rundown of the weakest to the best singer of One Direction. Now I have to point this out like I point out in every band one that we do. Well, that I do. Who's we? It's me. They're all great. They would have never got in the band if they weren't good enough in the first place. So I'm looking at the real finer details of their vocals, from the range that they have, their support. Are they snatching breath? Are they off tune? Their onsets? All these number of different things. I'm being really specific, really picky. So at the end of the day, they're great. One Direction, we love them. As a 5, works great. As a 4, yeah, they did all right. It was fine. Didn't last long as the 4 though, which was a bit of a shame. But I don't think they were prepared for going as a 4, so it was a bit of a shock for all of them, just like it has been for Little Mix and Take That and all the other groups who, you know, Sugar Babes, early days, all of a sudden someone climbs out of a bathroom window and you're like, oh, we're down a member. Now what do we do? Anyway, this is my top 5 of One Direction, from the weakest singer to the best singer. And please don't come at me for giving you this order. This is real specific. This is the very, very finer details. As I've already said, they're all pretty good, and I was really surprised by Louis' performance, a copy of a copy of a copy. So if you haven't seen that, that was last week's video. I'll put a link at the end. It's just brilliant. It's a great song. His vocals are proper good. Right, let's do the top 5.
You're gonna see things that I see. You're gonna want the air that I breathe. You're gonna wish you never left me. Isn't it tonight? Doubts are running round her head. He's waiting, hides behind a cigarette.
Okay, so Louis has the most young sounding voice from the whole group. It also has the kind of weakest voice in my opinion, although copy of a copy of a copy totally blew me away. I actually think that when you're lined up with some really great singers, we're talking, you know, Zayn, Liam, Harry, and there's you as well, there's gonna be a battle, isn't there? There's gonna be, you know, there's always gonna be that slightly shading of the other members trying to be as good as them. So there's always that little battle going on, and I have a feeling that's what it was for Louis and Niall. They're both super talented, great vocals, but when you're up against the likes of Harry and Zayn and Liam, it's gonna be tough, isn't it? You're not always gonna be in the limelight as much as you would like to be. So good on them for going solo and doing their own thing.
Heart is beating loud and she doesn't want it to stop. I've loved you since we were 8.
Real use of vocal fry I noticed with Louis. His voice is quite rocky edged as well. From the sort of series that I've done, his influences are that Manchester sort of sound, Oasis, those kind of sounding bands. He likes that, he appreciates that feel, and that tends to come through in his singing. In his singing.
Long before we both thought the same thing.
He's so cute. So yeah, I do appreciate Louis more now. This series has really, you know, drawn my attention to him. Right, so we're moving on to number 4 now. So number 4 is Niall, who I really appreciate as an artist. I think his single with Anne-Marie is great. Let's have a listen.
But that don't mean that we can live here in the moment. Having no regrets, it's all that she really wants.
A bit of a clunky kind of agility there, but his voice has come on so much. Now his voice is super strong. He's got that maturity in his voice, and his range is pretty awesome. I'd say his head voice is one of the weaker areas for him, but all in all, it has a lovely feel. He's like a I don't know, there's a friendly sound to his voice. Makes you want to give him a hug. Okay, so we're now moving on to my number 3, which I feel is Liam. Now, this is my opinion, so if you've got your own opinion, feel free, chuck it in the comments. Now, Liam has a great vocal range. His use of head tones with mix is really super strong. His agility is also really good too. But his voice, for me, not quite as distinctive as Harry or Zayn.
Don't see the words on your lips. Don't look at me that way.
I've noticed that with Liam as well, his sound's often further forward placed. Microphone's always very close to the mouth.
Promise you'll remember when the sky's gray. Doesn't like that kind of dress. Reminds her of the missing piece of innocence she lost.
Slightly pushy on that last bit. Right, so we're now moving on to my opinion, number 2. My number 2 is Harry. I love his slight rasp. He's got a rocky edge to his voice when he needs it as well. I noticed that he doesn't always use his head voice. He kind of belts up and goes distorted. It's only more now that he will use his head voice more as within a song. But I'm a sucker for Harry. If I had to choose my favourite from One Direction, it's definitely Harry. Not vocally. I actually, on a technical level, as a vocal coach, Zayn's the better singer, as you will see when we get to the next one. But my personal favourite is Harry. He's just great.
I got a river for a soul, baby, you a boat, baby, you my only reason.
That tone!
Oh, she knows that I never let her down before. She knows that I'm never gonna let another take a love from me now. Till the end, nothing can come between you and I know you never loved the sound of your voice on tape. You never want.
Okay, so we're now moving to the number 1 technical singer of One Direction. I think it's Zayn. This is my choice. Zayn has the biggest range of all 5 of them. His control is absolutely ridiculous. And his high notes, oh my actual God. Let's have a listen.
This time I'm ready to love.
Just wow and wow again. So my top 5, let's just recap. Number 5, Louis. Number 4, Niall. Number 3, Liam. Moving on to number 2, Harry. And then Zayn, my number 1. Now all of them have great voices. I'm just being mega picky, listening to the real specifics. And as you'll notice, I've said what those specifics are throughout this video. So who is your favourite vocally, but also tell me who your favourite is, just because you like them the most. Harry's just, there's something about him, and he has developed his own solo career so well. It's my kind of sound. He's just great. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you for the next band next week. Who's it gonna be? That's a good question. I don't really know. Who's it gonna be? I'll see you then. Bye, loves.